Why do you think that this was not doable when President Biden was in office?
I think the biggest problem that the President Biden had is there was no pressure from Qatar, from Turkey, from Egypt. They were actually facilitating in many ways what was going on. And that is really ultimately how it all came together.
Joining me now, former CIA analyst Buck Sexton, who hosts the Clay Travis and Buck Sexton Show, who also just returned from Taiwan, where he interviewed the president. We're going to get to that in just a moment. Buck, it is hard to overstate the history-making moment that we are living in at this very moment here together. And it is something that's been entirely elusive to almost every American and world leader in certainly our lifetimes.
Well, it's a massive victory for not just the president, his administration, and the American people, but really all people. Ending this conflict is good on every level you can imagine, humanitarian levels, and obviously means that there won't be continued casualties. And you know that it's incredible for Trump because even some of his most dogged detractors are having to look into the camera on various other networks and say, yeah, Trump got this done and nobody else could. Will, I started in Middle Eastern studies 20 years ago working for Bill Clinton's envoy, Dennis Ross, on the U.S. Middle East peace process at that time. And this has been something that has been elusive, as you pointed out for everybody, for decades. The fact that there is now a realistic framework that has been agreed to by the necessary parties in the region that also seems to have the political momentum to hold to these steps. The big question here is Hamas has to be kept out of any future governance. Hamas cannot be allowed to be in charge again in Gaza. But I think that everyone who's involved is very serious about that stipulation here. And I certainly think that it's a huge victory for not just the Israeli people, but the families who will be getting back their loved ones alive. And while obviously not as joyous, it's still a good thing for those families to have closure who are going to be given back the remains of those hostages who are in custody. So enormous progress in this agreement across the board, and a huge bow deserved by President Trump and his whole team.
You just got back from Taiwan. You interviewed the president there. I know you talked about the future of security in Taiwan and why it's so important to countries across the globe. And I would hope in that you'd also be able to articulate what the future of Taiwan is and their relationship with China plays into something that you and I both believe in, and that is looking at foreign affairs through the lens of America first.
Oh, absolutely. The fact of the matter is that we cannot allow a Chinese invasion of Taiwan to take offline the chip manufacturing capacity that is 90% of the top-end chips, about half of the global microchips that we need to operate the world that we live in day to day. You'd also have a massive stock market crash, market disruptions around the globe. Look, Taiwan wants to be able to defend itself. It's asking to pay for, to buy weapons from its primary ally, the United States. To that end, the president of Taiwan, President Lai, made that very clear to me, along with members of his team. But I would say this, Will, the reality of the Trump administration and America First is that they know who the good guys are, the bad guys are, and Trump knows also how to take action when necessary. The Taiwanese president told me that when Trump took action and put the finishing touch, if you will, on that strike in Iran, that sent a message around the world, but specifically that was seen in Taipei as, we know that when push comes to shove, President Trump will take the actions to do the right thing for security. And of course, then it's possible to have peace afterwards. So Taiwan sees what goes on in the Middle East, including this deal with Trump, and says it's a good thing this guy's in charge because he's the only one who can get this done.
Taking action, as articulated in the previous news conferences, using tariffs as hard power against countries that won't make peace, using power, understanding how to use power. It's clear that something that has eluded Carter, Reagan, Bush, Clinton, Bush, Obama, and Biden could only have been done by a man who understands all of those levers and the unique personality characteristics of President Donald Trump. We're seeing it play out right now on the world stage. Check out that interview. Check out that information. Buck just came back from Taiwan. You can check it out at the Clay Travis and Buck Sexton Show. Appreciate you, Buck.
Always will. Good to see you. Thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.